Several serious accidents this week in Scottsbluff have prompted police to heed caution to drivers. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, 2 accidents in Scottsbluff where drivers' vision is believed to have been hampered by the sun is prompting authorities to remind motorists, pedestrians, and bicyclists to be more cautious. Scottsbluff Police Captain Tony Straub says the sun temporarily obstructing drivers' vision is believed to have been a contributing factor in both a downtown car-pedestrian accident this past Tuesday and Monday when the city's animal control officer rear-ended a truck parked on the side of the street. Straub says both the morning and afternoon glare from the sun is worse this time of year for all motorists.
Well, the afternoon and evening hours are obviously worse for having the sun in your eyes. You need to slow down, use your sun visor, make sure your windshield's clean, and just take your time to get where you're going.
Straub says pedestrians and bicyclists also bear responsibility to watch the actions of vehicles to make sure drivers see them even when using a crosswalk. And a former Morrill County man has been sentenced to 37 months in federal prison for making threats against the president, Nebraska's governor, and other state officials. 39-year-old Jared H. Schmidt was sentenced on convictions of threatening the president of the United States and 2 counts of making threatening interstate communications. Schmidt made a series of calls to the clerk of the Nebraska Court of Appeals and left voicemail messages saying he would shoot and kill President Trump, as well as harm a court clerk and other political figures, including Governor Ricketts. Schmidt had been convicted of felony first-degree sexual assault of a minor back in 2005 and served more than 9 years in prison. And during that time, the Nebraska court had rejected his appeals and affirmed his conviction. Well, straight ahead, it is the last day of fall. There's winter weather in the forecast as the seasons change. Bill Boyer will be in with your full forecast right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Pool together all your money with a friend and invest in 2 Arby's French Dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. It's the perfect get-rich-quick on sandwiches scenario. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, we're going to be dealing with skies that are going to be clear tonight and through the early nighttime hours. Then by overnight into the early morning hours tomorrow, we're going to see an increase of clouds. Starting tomorrow, cloudy, but will be clearing off during the day tomorrow as well. Another windy day coming Friday. Some snow possible on Saturday, mainly to our south. Dry through Christmas Eve, and then we're watching for a possible snowstorm next week. We'll show you that here in just a moment. 51 yesterday and a low of 22, still well above normal. 1/100th officially here at the airport. That puts us up to 2100ths for the month and 1887 for the year. We'll get a little more precip, I think, late next week, middle to late next week for sure. That will add to that. I doubt we'll get to 20 inches for the year officially, but a very wet year going to go down in for the Scottsbluff area. This is the area the National Weather Service looking at right now for a possible snowstorm starting the day after Christmas, so December 26th and 27th. Notice it is a very wide, broad swath area that includes most of the state of Nebraska, northeastern Colorado, and into southeastern portions of South Dakota, back into Iowa. So a large area here encompassed in this possible snowstorm. Right now, if we take a look at the European model, this is what it's throwing out for possible snows here with this storm system. This is through next Friday, so not through tomorrow, but through the following Friday, snowfall accumulations. Notice this area here in the pink, the heaviest area of snow in northeastern Colorado through the eastern panhandle and over towards North Platte. This will change multiple times between now and when we actually get snow in here, but it's important to keep an eye on this as it's going to impact you with any post-Christmas travel. That's when we're going to be dealing with this. Tomorrow, our last day to get on the bus for a couple of weeks, 26 degrees as we head off to school, and we'll come home with another windy day tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Mid-50s out there as we go through the end of the day tomorrow. Santa right now still forecasting some late day snow. I think most of Christmas Day is going to be dry, but late in the day dealing with some snow showers out there that we'll have to keep an eye on. Here's what we have going on across the area right now. Still that cooler pocket right here in the Sand Hills, 35 in Goodland and in North Platte, 34 up in Sioux Falls. Low to mid 30s here across the Panhandle in southeastern Wyoming, 40 still in Torrington. Winds much lighter. What a difference a day makes in winds, doesn't it? Only 5 miles an hour or less for many of us, so wind chills are not really much of a factor. Another high wind warning. This is for tomorrow for the high country. It gets started overnight tonight west of Cheyenne and up through Wheatland. Already can see winds are picking up there, and they will continue in those wind-prone areas through the evening hours tonight, the early overnight hours. By late tonight, they start to slowly push off the high country. Notice winds very strong out here tonight and keeping temps up a little bit in the high country. 36 in Wheatland, 28 in Lusk, 25 in Sidney. We'll be in the low to mid 20s here in the North Platte River Valley, maybe near 30 in LaGrange for a low temperature tonight. Now tomorrow, here we go. This is the start of the winds. They're going to come in from the east, off the west, and move to the east with a band of clouds. Here's the winds. Boy, look at tomorrow afternoon. Yesterday we had those winds out of the north-northwest. Tomorrow they're going to be out of the west primarily, and a little bit of a northerly component to them as well. But really picking up by tomorrow afternoon, getting strongest in the early to mid-afternoon hours, and then they quickly die off, only to come back a little bit later on tomorrow night. We're still not going to be completely out of the woods. There's that snow through early Saturday morning staying to our south. We could see some of that sneak up in here into our area, so I have to keep an eye on a little bit of snow. Probably not much in the way of accumulations, but enough to at least note that there could be some snow out there. Lows tonight are going to be in the 50s across the region, and or highs tomorrow rather in the 50s, 57 in Bridgeport, 54 up in Torrington and in LaGrange. Our forecast looks like this tonight. A clear sky, 24. Clouds are going to increase late tonight into the early morning hours tomorrow, then clearing. Gusty winds developing later in the day, 25 to 35, gusts 45 or stronger again tomorrow, so another windy day. And then we're going to get rid of the wind. Saturday, just some snow showers possible Saturday morning, and then those snows are going to be heavier to our south, I think. Sunday, we're looking partly cloudy, back in the mid-40s. Saturday looks like a colder day now with highs only in the 30s. Mid-40s possible. Christmas Eve will stay dry. Most of Christmas Day will be dry. Highs again in the low 40s. And then there comes that snowstorm system we're watching for Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Low to mid-30s for high temperatures and lows in the teens. We're going to get probably only in the 20s for highs beyond Thursday. So it's going to be colder and at least some chance of accumulating snows starting Wednesday, late Christmas night into Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Really want to keep an eye on that storm system and see what ultimately happens.
You never know when you'll need an extra French dip in Swiss. It could get lost in the car or eaten by a confused stranger. Stuff happens to sandwiches. That's why Arby's made you 2 French dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. For only $6, you'll always have a spare French dip and Swiss until you eat it. You'll never have to be afraid. Arby's, we have the meats.
think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viera today.
Welcome back. The grand jury that will investigate the death of a 23-year-old Scottsbluff man last month will start their work on January 2nd. Corey Green was arrested on an outstanding warrant on the afternoon of November 23rd and died later that day after being transported from the Scottsbluff County Detention Center, and Nebraska state statute requires that a grand jury investigation is completed whenever a death takes place while a person is in the custody of law enforcement. On the lighter side of law enforcement, several drivers in Chadron received an unexpected Christmas present Wednesday as the Chadron Police Department began a new program they call Turkeys for Tickets. Police Chief Tim Lordino says they decided to randomly stop 11 drivers and wish them Merry Christmas by giving them a frozen turkey, along with encouraging them to pay it forward if they didn't need the bird and give it to someone who did. Lordino says one driver who was pulled over told the officer that he knew he was speeding, but didn't think they were going that fast, and was dumbfounded when the officer asked him to wait, went back to the cruiser, and gave him a turkey. Lordino says another recipient was a Crawford High School student who said her family would be excited with the turkey. Well, students and staff at Sydney Central Elementary School were moved out of the building on Wednesday afternoon after discovery of a natural gas leak. Superintendent Jay Ayler told KNB News that the issue was uncovered by a member of the custodial staff around 2 p.m. Parents were notified of the situation and were given the option of picking their kids immediately up or following normal dismissal procedures. Ayler commended the principal and school staff on their actions to protect students who returned to regular class schedules this morning. And the latest census estimates show that Nebraska's population continued to grow at a slow, steady pace over the past year. Based on July 1st figures, Nebraska's population grew 0.61%, gaining 11,693 residents to bring total population to just over 1.9 million. Researcher David Drodst with the University of Nebraska's Center for Public Affairs Research says that growth should ensure that the Cornhusker State will keep all 3 of its congressional districts in 2020. Well, straight ahead, it's official. Scottsbluff senior Garrett Nelson has signed to play football for Nebraska. Chris Cottrell will have that full story right after this in sports.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact. We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding, and still no contracts.
Anyone who calls it a hobby doesn't understand. We know that a person's passion is what drives them. And that's why every memorial we create is a true reflection of the individual. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other. Find out how at dignitynebraska.com.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
Welcome in for today's check. It's Garrett Nelson front and center today here on KNEB.TV. You'd be hard-pressed to find in the history of Nebraska recruiting a more solid, unwavering verbal commit than one Garrett Nelson. He's been committed to the Huskers since the summer of 2017, and yesterday that commitment turned into a rock-solid future as he signed his national letter of intent.
It's been a long time in the making. It's about 2 years since I've been committed, so that anticipation building up to signing day and the relief of finally getting there is nice. But just through the years of working out and doing different things and sacrificing a lot to get to this point, it definitely means a lot.
The big guy has come a long way in the last 2 years. This recruiting thing started with he and his family out on the road early 2 summers ago, just trying to get seen and make a name for himself.
I think St. Louis, Missouri was the rivals combine that I went to, and it was the first day was a normal like NFL combine, 40, 5, 10, 5 stuff, and the next day was the skill stuff to see if you're how you move in football and different positions and things like that. I didn't get invited back to the second day, but I can't remember. I think his name was Doug Wallace. He told me that they accept walk-ups the next day. I think we got up at 4 to go see if we can stand in line and walk up, and we were in the third line. They put my name on the list, and I got in that day, and I performed well during the camp. And then the rest of that summer, I think it was Wisconsin, Wyoming, Texas, and Nebraska camp. A couple of camps there, and that summer was fun traveling around, going to see those awesome campuses and stadiums and playing the game that I love. But that was a busy summer. It was a lot of camps.
From his high school coaches to the current Husker coaching staff and of course all the recruiting gurus out there, it's that unmatched drive and work ethic that sets Garrett apart from others. With those characteristics come a lot of goal setting and things to strive for, and that includes the here and now. He's set to arrive on campus and begin his career in 2 weeks.
Yeah, a Newcomer of the Year award would be nice, but throughout my high school career, or my college career now, all Big Ten, All-American, Bucket Award finalist and winner, and being a team captain. Most importantly, I want to be remembered by my teammates in college, by a guy that loved playing football and loved being around those guys, and just somebody who gave their all every single play and didn't make excuses.
Obviously, with such a magical season this year for Scottsbluff as the Cats reached the state championship game in Class B, where the entire team got a chance to suit up and play in Garrett's soon-to-be home digs. Pretty apparent what his teammates and coaches have meant to him here at Scottsbluff.
Yeah, it's awesome. All my brothers are sitting up in front, and I wouldn't want to have a team anybody else on that team besides these guys, and they mean the world to me, and they made practice and games memorable, and I hanging out outside of football, and just the memories we made throughout high school I won't forget for a long time. And especially the coaches, they're just different personalities and different ways of coaching is all unique, and it comes together beautifully for a football team.
Sean Callahan has said he sees Nelson as a future starter and captain on the team. We'll see how quickly he can earn some playing time. He'll have some things to work on, of course, going from a hand-in-the-ground defensive end at Scottsbluff High to a stand-up outside linebacker for the Huskers.
Just coverage as zone and man, understanding the passing game a little bit more. I won't be doing that as much as a will backer on the left, but I think they'll use me a lot as a pass rusher and just a run stuffer, just a Sam backer on the right side. Playing, if you watch Luke Gifford, that's the position I'm playing.
He literally had his game face on for the majority of yesterday's big celebration, and it's safe to say the Huskers are getting an elite worker with a high ceiling, a chance to be a major impact player in Lincoln. Congrats out to Garrett, his family, and the entire Scottsbluff High School football program. And quickly from the gridiron to the hardwood, basketball coverage each of the next 2 nights here on KNEB.TV. Radio coverage as well. Got Scottsbluff at Alliance tonight. And then tomorrow night, it's Scottsbluff hosting Cheyenne South. 6:15 for pregame for this one tonight. And then tomorrow night, back to a normal 5:15 start. That's the latest today. From right here at the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk, I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan will update you on the community calendar right after this here on KNEB.TV.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years? Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota. This is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Shop at G&T Reichert's downtown Scottsbluff. Ease your mind as we assist you in choosing that perfect gift for someone special. Count your blessings with a Blessings Bracelet. Powerful gemstones from around the world that remind us to embrace the joys in our lives. Musical clocks, Husker jewelry, diamonds of all colors. Shopping has never been easier or more enjoyable. When you shop locally, it supports your community in many ways. G&T Reichert's, 1809 Broadway, in the heart of beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another town like this around. We've got it all right here in our own backyard. We love this town. We love this town. We love this town.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
The growth and prosperity of our community is dependent on the reinvestment of local dollars into our local economy. When you open a high-interest savings account at Platte Valley Bank, we turn around and loan your money back to our community for new construction, business expansion, home loans, in backing agriculture, and much more. Come save with us at Platte Valley Bank and know that you are doing business with a local bank with local decisions that reinvests your money here in our community.
And finally tonight, it's been several weeks since a new app aimed at offering Scottsbluff County residents exclusive e-coupons to area businesses, and the app creator says the platform continues to grow. The susieq app launched on December 1st for Android and Apple devices and features dozens of businesses ranging from A, like a little bit of everything, to Z and ZM Lumber. Now that the app is live, Kirk Hayes says his mission is to get more businesses to sign up for free and fine-tune the coupon offerings.
In a couple of days, I can call them back and say, hey, we were able to implement this feature you wanted. I worked with Greg Wilburn at Wilburn's Transmission, who wanted to offer just a flat amount coupon, often a transmission or transfer case rebuild. And he says, Kirk, the price on that can vary so much by what vehicle it is, but I'd like to just offer a flat amount. So we were able to implement that feature into the coupons.
Hayes says anybody can download the app and browse the coupons, and if they like what they see, they can subscribe month by month for $7.99. He says many of the coupons can be used for families' monthly expenses, including groceries, restaurants, and more, and the savings can easily cover that monthly fee. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.